Hey folks, it's Wild Riley again. How y'all doing? Just wanted to talk about stacking the top of the energy pyramid again. We got those 4 jerry cans there. Um, get your gasoline topped off. Even if you don't have a wood splitter or a tractor or a vehicle that you can burn it. You know, if my neighbors have a quad and I need to use the quad and they need gas, maybe we can work out a deal. Otherwise, it's come in handy in the past. Between jobs and stuff, with a little bit of cash of fuel, could drive out to certain jobs, get some work done, make a little pay, and then replenish the tank when I'm done. So having a little bit of fuel, top of the energy pyramid. And it's important to be able to save the fuel longer term. So I went ahead and got some of this fuel stabilizer. It'll keep it up, up to 2 years. And I go through a lot anyway, because I top off my jerry cans and my gas tanks. When I do, I use that fuel stabilizer. So when I pour it into something like a dirt bike, I pour the fuel into the dirt bike and it keeps for 2 years, instead of it going bad in the tank and then when I need to run it, it's not, functioning correctly. Other things that you can keep: briquettes, kerosene. Kerosene keeps pretty much indefinitely, so that's a good one to store. You can use it in place of diesel, but you can also burn oil lamps and start brush piles with it and stuff, so good to stack a little bit of this top of the energy pyramid. Also, old elderberry wine dating back clear back to 2014. And different kinds of homemade mead, which is honey wine, and just different hard ciders and things that have been kind of just getting stockpiled here. On top of the briquettes, we have some clap traps, right? Some conibears, kill traps. We don't use these, at least in my state, unless I suppose laws go out the window and you're just trying to survive, right? But they're good to have on hand. And so stack the top of the energy pyramid. Salt licks. One's gonna go out here to the horses, and one's gonna go out in them woods, kind of in the back 40 to take care of the deer. I think I can stretch a hose back here. Also, propane. Usually that propane is stacked here on the pallet, but we're in the process of repainting the shed. But top off your propane. Anyway, I was thinking about putting the salt lick out here next to a livestock feeder full of water. To kind of bring the deer in. I think I can stretch the hose kind of right over to here. You have this little clearing. I also thought about putting beehives back here. I mean, it's right on the neighbor's boundary. So, I obviously want to be respectful to my neighbors, but this is all green space back here, open space. And, the deer typically stay out of our yards. But I think, maybe right in here, I can run the hose over to here and fill up a livestock feeder, one of those black tubs that holds maybe, 30 gallons or something. You can just keep it back here in the shade, over here, maybe over here on my neighbor's border, and then put a salt lick next to it. And then I can bring the deer right in close, And is it to kill them? No, of course not. It's to observe them. I love them. I want to make sure they have plenty of water. It's been a drought year. So the smell of that water will probably bring them in at night. And they can maybe sit right there and watch them. So, things to think about. It's definitely beautiful out here in Central Coast, California. Also another cool thing, under this sheet of plywood, we have a latrine hole. So I gotta put a better piece of metal on there, so if the horse comes running back here, she doesn't fall through the plywood, but that's just to keep the kids out. Yeah, so good for a latrine, or if it fills up with water one day, it could be a well. Might have to go a little deeper. But I was looking around here and we're like right on the edge of the forest. And then I don't know if the trees were previously cleared out of here, but then I have another grove on the other side of the barn there. And neighbors kind of hacked back these trees, but I think there's water down there in the clay. Once you get about 3 feet down, it turns into clay. So anyway, I've been digging that hole out for, like I said, it's in the back area of the property, kind of farther away from the house. Let's keep the smells down. Worst comes to worst, we can set up a little latrine right there, or if we hit water, then it'll be a well. And then you have propane tanks, gasoline, fuel, also something that's kind of volatile, kind of keep it away from the house. But yeah, this is like, we're calling it the trapper's cabin. It's a little shed with hunting gear, like I guess traps and kerosene and a barbecue and lamps and whatnot. So extra wine, an old motorcycle. We're trying to keep it organized and clean. But the idea is that if you're gonna store stuff, it might as well be useful, and it might as well be top of the energy pyramid. So tell me what you think. If you do stockpile gasoline, use the stabilizer to keep it good for 2 years at least. And we'll use this within 2 years. Thanks for watching.